Hey guys, so this is not my normal post, but I thought I wanted to share it with you guys about my 3-day fast I did 3 weeks ago. Yes, I did a 3-day fast. I've been going through a lot of stuff, and I felt like, I was, sitting on the couch, and something just told me fast. I'm like, okay, fast. So I've never fast with no food. I've given up something for Lent for 40 days, but to actually not eat for 3 days and have a set prayers and scriptures throughout the 3 day was challenging for me, but I wanted to do this for myself. So 3 weeks ago I did a fast, and I had to set my alarms. Every morning I get up at 6 o'clock, read my scriptures, and said some prayers. Did the same thing at noon, and also did the same thing at 6 p.m. I had water before 6 a.m. and I had some water after 6 p.m. And there was no social media, not speaking with anyone, just reading books, no TV, no internet. But I did watch, if I did watch TV, it was like religious shows that I like to watch. And I came across this TV show called The Chosen. It's a five-part TV series with like 10 episodes, and it was the story of Jesus and his disciples. So I said, okay, let me watch this for the entire 3 days of my fasting. I love this show because it really showed a story of each 12 disciples that followed Jesus and what they went through. There were many times that some of the disciples were angry at Jesus because he was healing other people, and they were also going through a lot of stuff throughout their own family. Jesus knew what was going on, and they never mentioned it to Jesus, but they were getting angry because I had the same problem, but you were helping other people, right? So then when Jesus found out what was really going on, I could tell the expression on his face and his response on the TV show was, I knew what was going on, but I'm waiting for you to come to me and ask me for help. So that show really taught me, when you are going through something or you're looking for direction, is to always believe in God and ask him if you need some direction, some help, or some relief, or anything. The most funniest thing about my 3-day fast, the second day I was dying to eat, but through prayer I was able to get through the 3 days of not eating. So on Sunday was my last day at 6 p.m. and I was watching the show, and normally I would fast forward the credits at the beginning of the show, and this time I didn't, because I was like cooking. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna eat. It's 6 p.m. I'm just gonna say my last prayers, and then I'm gonna eat. So as I was watching the episode, at that time Jesus was preaching to his followers in a field, and those followers brought all their food as much as they can, and they ran out. And the kid came to the disciples and said, hey, I only got 2 fishes and 2 breads. So the disciples were like, how are we going to feed these people when God is still preaching to them? So then eventually the disciples confessed to Jesus, saying, we got no food. How are we going to feed these people? So Jesus said, okay, get 12 baskets. Get 12 baskets and bring them here near the food that they had left. So obviously Jesus filled those baskets with food. But the most aha moment of that experience was when that episode was ending. It was like 10 to 6, and I'm like, okay, I got to prepare for my prayer and read my scriptures. I said my prayers, and like 5 minutes to 6, that episode ended with God standing in front of the followers, the people that was following me, want to hear his preaching. He said, let's eat. And it dawned on me, I'm like, oh my God, how did this episode really coincide with my ending of my fasting, and it was time for me to eat? I was like, okay, God was with me through this 3-day fast. And when he said in that episode, let's eat, when I literally was ending my fast, I knew God was here, and he was talking to me, and he knows what I'm going through, and he's there to direct me, and I know I'm on the right path to where I am in life. So just want to say, if you are in doubt, prayer, maybe fasting, if you're down for that, would be a good choice for you if you want to get closer to God and hear some direction, of some insight and direction where you want to go. The only tip I can give you when you finish fast is to eat and have some soup and yogurt. Me, I had a dinner, so that didn't really stay in my stomach maybe after 30 minutes, because I haven't eaten anything in 3 days. But I knew that God was listening to me, and he was speaking to me throughout this TV series. So if you get a chance, have a chance to look at the show. And I just want to share people that, believe in yourself, have faith, have hope, and speak to God when you need him. Not when you need him. Speak to God when you need him, and speak to God when you want to be grateful and be thankful for what he's done for you. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thanks for listening.